Welcome back to another episode of Movie Boarding. I just wanted to come in the beginning of the episode to put a disclaimer for this particular episode. We will be talking about the movie Harold and Maude from the 1970s. And the reason I wanted to give a disclaimer is because this movie does talk about death and more extensively about suicide. Just wanted to give a listener discretion because I know that is a very sensitive subject. It's a very serious subject, and I wanted to give that disclaimer. Now, it does talk a lot about suicide, and it does depict it in the movie, and I'm not going to spoil the movie, but it does depict it in a, I guess you could say, depicts it in a comedic way. But this movie is rated PG, so you'll get more of a sense of what I'm talking about if you watch the movie. But again, this movie does deal with heavy subjects, so I wanted to give that disclaimer. Thank you for tuning in to this episode 16 on the 1970 cult classic Harold and Maude. That particular thing. Okay, well, we'll just wait. I'm gonna do a little intro.
Wait, what do I say?
Don't worry about it.
Oh,
I'll tell you when to chime in. Alrighty, 1, 2, 3. It's a camera, Zuly. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Movie Boarding, the movie podcast where I do stuff, blah 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 blah. And welcome to this new episode. And I have my friend here, Zuly, all the way from Los Angeles, California. Hi, Zuly. Say hi.
Hello, guys. It's me, Zuly.
Oh, wow. Okay. Didn't expect that. I was going to do an intro, but halfway through it, I just got like, ugh. Anyways. So we are actually doing this in California, in LA right now, in my parents' soon-to-be empty house. And I'm not looking at you because of the mic, but...
That's fine. That's good. I don't
But if
I
I don't think it's actually good for us to record in this room because it probably echoes a lot.
We'll see.
Yeah. And thank God you don't have nails right now, Zuly.
Yeah, thank God.
Oh, yeah. Guys, nails is a thing that I just I can't with you.
It's okay. You'll get over it.
I guess so. So, Zuly, we were talking about movies that you like. Specifically, I think you are the person that I saw part of this movie with. Oh God, what is it called? Miracle and on 17th Block 7? Cell Block 7?
On Cell 7. Yeah.
So I was watching this movie with some friends the other day. They just put it on randomly, and it got to the part, spoiler for this movie, and it got to the part where they sneak in the little girl into the jail.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I've seen this movie, and I was trying to figure out who I've seen it with, and I think it was you. Pretty sure it was you.
I don't remember, but yeah, maybe. That's something we would watch.
Yeah, the only thing I remember about that movie was that little girl was in a cell.
Yeah,
and the guy was supposed to be on the spectrum. I'm guessing he was supposed to be on the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be autism. He put the in autism.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, there's no way, because also too, the reason I remembered it might have been you. Potentially, it was because it was a Turkish movie.
Yes.
And I'm like, no, I don't know anybody else that likes Turkish movies except you.
Yeah, it was popping back then, and and I was like, oh, let's watch it. And I know you like movies, so
yeah,
maybe, yeah. I don't know.
But the thing with those types of movies, especially like those K-dramas or movies, and then I would say Bollywood movies, they're overly dramatic. Like for the sake of being dramatic.
For sure. K-dramas.
When we saw that movie, Cell Block 7, right from the get-go, when I was like, okay, the dad special needs, but he has a kid, I was like, oh, so he's gonna die or something's gonna happen. I'm like, oh my gosh. And the people that were there that hadn't seen it, they were like crying. They're like, hey, this is a really sad movie, so if you guys don't want to watch it.
I cried a lot when I watched
not
it.
Not even a tear. Because it was dramatic for the sake of being dramatic. And it's just like over the top. And like you could kind of predict what was going on. But anyways, so today we are going to watch a romantic comedy from the 1970s. The movie is called Harold and Maude. I know you've not seen this movie and never heard of it.
Well, I'm excited.
Yes.
Let's see.
Just a quick synopsis. So I always watch the movie. Like obviously I've seen this movie before, but I always watch it a little bit before we do the podcast, so I can have notes and stuff. So very, very stripped down synopsis of this movie. It follows this teenager named Harold who is obsessed with death. He comes from a rich family and he lives with his mother and he's obsessed with death. And you'll see it in the movie. and he forms an unlikely friendship with somebody. Not only friendship, but a romantic relationship with somebody, and they're a very odd couple. Now, I'm
Hmm.
going to leave out a bit of information. You're going to have to see what information I
The
left
rest.
out that makes
Okay.
them an odd couple. But it's a really fun. It's a dark comedy, but it's also a romantic comedy, I guess you could say, in a way. It's a really good movie. It was not the most critically acclaimed movie, but over the years since the 70s, which is now, oh my gosh, it's like 50 years since the 70s.
Dang.
I wasn't born in the 70s, but like, damn. So that means my brother-in-law in like 4 years is going to be 50. Oh my
Hmm.
god. Yes. So, but what was I going to say?
It's gonna happen that all the
Oh my
time.
gosh, it's good.
Me too.
But yeah, I the movie is really funny, and I think you will like it. It's a very dark comedy.
I think I've
Meaning,
seen something like that
we
previously.
probably have. Like what?
I don't remember the name of the movie, but I feel like I
With
heard
me?
this. No.
But
But
it is this movie is a romantic comedy, and my question to you is, what are other romantic comedies that you enjoy, or just romance movies?
um
You were speaking to
the
one about.
the top of my head, because I just recently saw it, was The Notebook. Like, I've seen this movie
Ugh.
like I don't remember how many times, but I like it.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, it was recently added, I guess, on Netflix. And I was like, oh, let's watch it. But yeah, I didn't remember some of it. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is why I like that movie. But I don't know. It's just chick flick movie.
It gets you in the feels. Yeah, it is a chick flick. But you know what's funny? And I think Notebook is probably one that you can find stuff on the internet about it, or specifically on YouTube. That a lot of the older romantic comedies from like the 90s and early 2000s, if you really look at the characters, they're like super toxic people. And then they just like, and I think
Yeah.
The Notebook would be like a prime example.
Yeah, because she didn't like the guy and she was like hitting him, and the
Yeah.
guy was like coming down from the wheel thing.
Yeah. And he also like forced himself like to,
Yeah. I was like,
he's like, I
dang.
wrote you, like, I came to your house and asked you out, even though he had like, he was with somebody else already.
Yeah.
And she was with somebody else or whatever.
That is so true.
That's like a bunch of romantic comedies. Well, what's the most famous one? Is it no, not definitely maybe. There's like a really famous one that has the guy from The Walking Dead, Keira Knightley. I'll have to look it up. Dang it, where's Jem? Patrick's wife was our fact checker when we were doing the other one. Definitely maybe Love Actually. I don't know if you've seen that one.
No, I've heard
But
of
it's
it
just
though.
like this guy was like basically trying to win over this woman who was already married. I think that's the one.
Nombre.
But like a lot of romantic comedies like that. I wouldn't say I really care for romance movies. The romantic comedies I do like, I would say there's only like 2 or 3. Love, definitely maybe with Ryan Gosling. That's a pretty funny one. I don't know if you've seen it or heard of it. So he
No.
has a daughter, and he's basically telling the story of like how he fell in love with these 3 different women.
No, so did.
And then the other one is 9 Months with Hugh Grant and Julianne Moore and Robin Williams. And it's this like very affluent, I guess you could say, a San Francisco couple, and they're just like living their lives in it. They find out that she's pregnant, and he's like kind of doubting whether he should be be the dad, or like in the sense of like he doubts himself whether he can be a dad. And they didn't really want a baby, but she accepts it immediately, and he has like a hard time with it. That's a really funny movie. And then the other one, I don't even know if you would count it a romantic comedy. I think that would be more of a chick flick. It's The First Wives Club.
I've heard that movie. I was
Yeah.
gonna watch it, but I didn't watch it.
It's really funny with Goldie Hawn. Who else is in it? Goldie Hawn and somebody famous. Bette Midler, and then I forget the third person. Oh, Diane Keaton, I think it is. But it's just basically sort of these friends that all go through a divorce around the same time, I think, or they're going through something like that. And the reason they formed this First Wives Club is because, spoiler alert, again for a movie that's almost 30 years old, is one of their friends commits suicide because the husband left her for somebody younger, and that was the catalyst for them forming that relationship.
Dang. I
You
should watch
see
it.
You should. It's a really good movie. I think those are the only ones. Do you have any other picks for romantic comedies?
There was one, but I don't know the name of it.
Yeah, this is the thing with Zuly.
I don't
that
remember.
she watches a lot of movies. She never remembers the names.
Yeah.
Of them. She's like, "What's that movie with all the superheroes and they were avenging people?"
Something with the stars. Let me look it up.
The Fault in Our Stars?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like that movie we're gonna watch. I don't know, because
Okay.
they were like both sick. Both sick, no, something like that.
Yeah, they both had cystic fibrosis.
Yeah, it was pretty sad. But it's such a.
But see, the thing is, I don't like movies that are sad for the sake of being sad. So
I mean, that's how life is.
yeah, but the romantic comedies are, I mean, romance movies, they're just like that. Oh, okay. Another romance movie that I do like, it's not a comedy, but I think that would be my favorite one, is La La Land.
Oh, okay.
And I think we've seen it together like at least 3 or 4 times.
Yes.
Titanic, would you consider Titanic?
Yeah, no?
Yeah, it's a good movie. The only thing with Titanic, I can't watch it like.
What do you mean?
I can't watch it regularly because it's 3.
Oh my gosh, it is pretty long, but I like it.
As of this point, Leo DiCaprio hasn't gotten canceled, so I'm going to say that I'm a big fan of Leonardo DiCaprio. Who knows, in a couple of weeks when all that stuff from Diddy comes out, we'll see. But as of this point, he has not been canceled. Do you like that one?
Yes, I like Titanic. They have so many memes about that movie. It's so funny.
Paint me like one of your French girls.
Yeah.
I'm the king of the world. What other ones can you think
I
of?
can't remember. Hold on, let me see.
You watch a lot of Netflix.
I do, but I never
What about, do you watch K-dramas?
I do. I've watched a few.
Which ones are your favorites?
Startup.
I'm asking these questions. I have no, like, I'm like you now. I have no idea what you're talking about. Startup.
Yeah. So they're basically, they go to this company. I think it's like kind of like Google Startup. Like that's the name of the company. But like in Korea or whatever, these
people are beautiful.
Yeah.
Plastic surgery works.
They make like a business, and it's for like what do you call it? Like coding for like a page or something. Oh, gotcha. for an app, and they become really popular. But it's like they get in love. They don't know each other, and they have to make a group, and then in the group, like one of the guys falls in love with the girl, and so. But it's really cute.
All I gotta say about this, looking at this cast list, why isn't there any black people or Mexicans in the show?
I don't know.
Wow, inclusivity, guys, come on.
I know, that's a good question. What other K-drama I watched? Cha Cha Cha.
Hometown Cha Cha Cha.
Yes,
from
so it's about a dentist.
One season.
It's about a dentist that moves from like the city to like a really small town, and then there's this guy that does like all the work in the town.
Okay.
And the girls are like, "Oh, so you do this and this?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he brings the packages to those people's house. He does the plumbing. He does all these other stuff. And she's like, "Why are you coming to my house?" He's like, "Oh, well, like I work for like the whole little town. It's like pretty small." Okay. So they end up falling in love to each other.
Interesting.
It's really cute. But they are very like sarcastic. Like only in like Korea like that would happen. Stuff like that.
Alrighty then, Zuly. Now that we talked about romance movies. By the way, I always kind of like to say, usually in the beginning, but I forgot about it, how we met and how we became friends.
How we met.
We met through a mutual friend.
Yes. That's a very interesting story for the people to hear.
That's the only thing I remember. So the how we met was through a mutual friend.
Yes. Do you remember where or when was it?
It was after. I remember because something also happened to me through that day. I was with somebody.
Oh, the Disney thing?
No.
When?
It was at Applebee's after Memorial.
Applebee's. Oh my gosh, that was a long time ago. Didn't like another friend go?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that was Jacob's invitation, right? Who invited us?
But we met through Jacob.
Yeah.
That's how we met, and we've been friends ever since. And then also, Chrisette was supposed to be here, but she flaked on us.
Yeah,
what a skadoosh.
You're whack, Chrisette.
Yeah, shout out to Chrisette for not being here. You're dead to me officially.
Yeah, let's not talk about her. Because she said to us. Just kidding, Chrisette.
All right,
we love you.
I made it seem like it was a really interesting story, but it really wasn't. It was just like, yeah, we met through a friend.
Well, that's it.
That's out. And now we've been friends since.
But fun fact for the viewers.
Oh gosh, what?
I didn't like you back then.
You didn't? Why? I didn't.
I don't know. I don't know. You weren't a very likable person. But once I got once I got to know you, you're like a little teddy bear. So yeah.
That's funny that you Zada was an unlikable person, yet you were friends with Jacob. Not that Jacob isn't an unlikable person, but he's rough around the edges. He's an acquired taste.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jacob. We love you, buddy. But really interesting.
Yeah, I don't think I've told you this before.
No, you're really gonna spill the beans. You're gonna spill the tea right here.
Okay, well,
for those of young viewers, spill the beans is the old person saying for spill the tea. You're gonna do that right here on.
Well, that's about it. That was the fun fact. Not a lot of people know either.
Okay, I'm only doing this because for content because you know I don't care.
I know you don't.
Why? What was it? What did you not like about
No, like I mean, after Applebee's, like I don't think we. How many times we hanged out? I think I got to know you more when I was working at the restaurant.
But also at Applebee's, we only saw each other. The only reason I said hi to you or even said anything because you were with Jacob. I
don't even remember you, bro.
But
I remember I was there.
Yeah, we were sitting at a separate table.
Maybe that's why.
And then I don't even know how it came up because we weren't in the same congregation. I think you started hanging out with Jacob or something like that, and then I just were you and Jacob friends like at that point?
Yeah, I think so. No, see, I think we came be both of you guys. I came closer to with the restaurant thing.
But then my mom was giving you study at some point.
Oh my God, that was way back before I met you.
But then that's okay. I think I forgot that we worked at the same place.
Yes,
twice.
Yes, bro.
But the second one we didn't work in the same place, but we worked for the same company.
Oh, that's right.
Oh no, that was twice that we worked at. No, okay. You started working for Mariscos before I got there.
Correct.
Then you left.
Yes.
Then I came in.
Yes.
And you came back.
I always kept coming back.
Yeah. Just like anyways.
Anyway.
Shout out to the now defunct Mariscos coming in. What's up, Ricky? My dad's here. Okay, so there was more interesting stuff to it. And then we started working at H&R Block, but we didn't work in the same office. Did we ever work in the same office? No, because we're
in the same different district.
Different districts.
Yeah.
Can I make a comment? Oh God, what is
it? Sure, right here.
Zuly can do a lot of things, but one thing she cannot do is drive a car going downhill. That's for sure.
That is true.
Exposing me.
And that's that. Okay, now speaking of friendships.
Oh Lord.
Because this movie does talk about unlikely friendships. And I would say our friendships aren't unlikely, but they have their nuances. We have been between four. Now your sister's married now.
Yeah.
She's kind of flew the nest. And also now that I'm calling you out, Chrisette, now that you have a boyfriend, you're kind of like, I don't want to hang out with you guys.
She's too cool for us now.
She's too cool. She's like, oh my God, he's going to put a ring on it or whatever. But one time, Zuly.
Oh Lord!
As a matter of fact,
I've
been in your car twice, and once twice that you almost got in an accident, and one you actually did.
Oh my gosh!
But between the four of us, which would be your sister Kenya, Chrisette,
they're scarred for life. They're like, I want to go in the car with you.
We've been in two near death situations.
Yes,
and one of them we think actually died.
Yes,
but that wasn't your fault. The car she got in a car accident, and for legal purposes, we're not gonna say who's at fault, but she got in a car accident in our subdivision in our neighborhood going down a hill about 50 miles per hour, about let's say a reasonable 10 miles per hour. And then the other one was when we were at that chicken pop-up restaurant and that guy got run over and we saw him die.
It came out of nowhere and we saw everything. We even saw him flipped.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, what happened? The ambulance comes, puts a bag over it. I'm like,
puts a sheet over him.
No way. Yeah.
And then I remember the girl that was in the car that hit him. It was a woman.
Oh, it was a girl.
She was very distraught. She was on the corner smoking a cigarette, shaking.
Yeah, she was smoking.
I was like, yeah, because you killed him, but it wasn't her fault. He crossed. He jaywalked basically.
He jaywalked for sure.
I think also not that it would have mattered, but no, I don't think anybody was around him. I think he might have been unhoused.
For sure.
Not that it makes any difference, but.
Sucks.
And that also is very apropos for this podcast because this podcast deals with a lot of death.
For real. Talking about the movie?
Weird friendships and death. Alrighty then. That's enough yapping. Thank you for
listening.
And okay, I'll do the intro.
Okay.
Good now. I'm just gonna leave it at the end. Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Movie Boarding, the movie podcast where I force my family and friends to watch movies they've never seen before. And today, my special guest is my bestie, Zuly. Yay, Zuly! Oh my gosh! Round of applause.
Oh,
I got a thing. Alrighty then, guys. So we're gonna watch this movie from 1971, Harold and Maude, and we'll be back to discuss this after.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
If you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be low, be low. There's a million things to do. You know the zero. You know the zero. That was Cat Williams, also known as Yusuf Islam.
Huh? What's the name of the song?
Yeah, well, the singer of the song it was Cat Williams, but then he converted to Islam and he changed his name to Yusuf Islam.
Cat Stevens.
Cat Stevens. But I think, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. He's back to being Cat Stevens, or something along those lines. Sure. Cat Stevens, Yusuf Islam. It just says Cat Stevens. It doesn't even say anything about Yusuf. Like Prince. Yeah, his name is Yusuf Islam, born Stephen Demeter Giorgio. Cat Stevens, Yusuf, Cat Stevens. Not really poignant to the movie, but Zuly. Now, spoiler alert for this. This movie does talk heavily about suicide. And there is a suicide in the movie. So if any of her sensitive viewers, just know that that's what. But it's a comedy. Now, what did you think about the movie, Zuly?
It was pretty funny. Pretty intense in some parts.
Mm-hmm.
Because you would think I thought it was true in the beginning, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
So, overall, I liked it actually, because it is romantic. It's like weird, but I'm like, at the end he did find his little love or whatever.
Yeah, he did. So, spoiler alert for this movie again. Did you realize what the little bit of information I left out about their relationship was?
Very odd. Yeah, it was odd. Because of the age difference?
Because of the age difference. So she was 80. And I don't think it says in the movie how old he is, but he was probably like...
less than 20 for sure.
Less than, yeah. I'm hoping he was legal at least. Yeah. But she was 80 and he was probably like 18 or 20. And they formed this unlikely friendship. Now, you were talking about the opening scene, the first part. Now, I do like that scene because the way it kind of set up. And now I was watching it with you and my mom was also there. Mm-hmm. And when we were watching it, basically it's about, 2-3 minutes, maybe even more, of just, you don't know who it is, but you finally realize that it's Harold, the main protagonist of the movie. And he's basically walking through his house, fixing things. You look like he's preparing something or like just arranging things, writing notes. He puts on music, which, by the way, the soundtrack to this movie is really, really good.
Yeah. I mean, when he was coming down the stairs, it looked kind of creepy. Like if it was a scary movie, but it wasn't. And then at the end, when he does that,
after these 3 minutes, he's rich, so he's dressed like really nicely
in a suit.
Has a suit, jewelry, and then he hangs himself. And then my mom and you were like, "Oh my god!"
What? I know. I was like, "Is that it? Like, what is
it's
going
like
on
the main
with this
character."
Guy? I know.
And he just like kills himself right off the bat. Obviously, I'd seen it, so I'd known. But the thing was that the way that the whole movie sets it up, or the scene sets it up, that when he's doing all these things, like walking through the house, you actually don't ever see his face until like the very end when he like hangs him. And not even after he hangs himself, it's after like a couple of minutes, and then his mom walks in.
Yes.
And it was funny to see your reaction and my mom's reaction, because the mom, what does she do?
She doesn't do anything. She's just stares for like a few seconds, minutes. And I'm like, bro, like, what are you going to do? Like, go check on your son. No, she goes and dials some number and call, I don't know who.
Her assistant.
And she's like, oh, cancel all my appointments. And then... And then she still doesn't go check on the guy. Like, the guy's there.
You and my mom were like, do something.
Literally, a normal mom would do that. But
and then she says, oh, Harold, I suppose you find that funny.
Oh, yeah.
And then she's like, oh, we have dinner. Like, be a little bit more vivacious.
That was weird.
But that's a really fun opening shot. And again, it does deal with a lot of things. So you find out that Harold has this fascination with reenacting, so to speak, suicides. Then the very next one, and the other one, is that he's in a bathtub. And there's just like blood everywhere, and it looks like he committed suicide. And then that's like his mom starts crying because she's like, I can't take it anymore, Harold.
Yeah.
You've done too far. I guess his mom's British, even though this is set in Northern California. But I thought that was pretty funny. So she tells him to go do it to a therapist. I think that's when he goes to a therapist, right?
Yes.
And then it's a funny scene too, because this movie is hilarious because the therapist, this is like 70s therapy. He's trying to psychoanalyze this kid, and he's telling him, he's like, what do you do for fun? What gives you
like, what gives you fulfillment and satisfaction? He's like, he pauses like for a good 2 minutes. He's like, I go to funerals.
And then that's the other thing he does for fun, and that's where he meets Maude at one of them, and he sees her there for the first time, but they don't actually talk until they're at another one. But you can kind of sense that they both do this for fun. I mean, there's probably different reasons. He sees it as something morbid, and she sees it kind of like as the opposite. Correct. Like more of like a celebration of life.
Yeah.
And like I don't know if you got that sense from that she kind of sees it.
Yeah, I did. But I mean, the lady was a little weird.
I think that was the whole point. She's very quirky. She's very...
But she was talking like a lot in the beginning.
Yeah. And it's funny because Harold doesn't talk a lot at all.
At all. Until they meet.
He has very few lines in the movie.
Literally.
I think she has more... She's in the movie less than he is, and she has way more lines than he does.
I mean, she was a girl, so she was talking a lot.
Oh, wow, guys. Really? This is why Kamala didn't win. Basically, the story just follows them and their unlikely friendship, which turns into a romance at the end. And there's another subplot. I would say that there's the one where his mom is trying to get him to date.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the one thing I still don't understand. He said on your computer dates, or like, did you understand or kind of get the sense of like, kind of like the first version of online dating or something like that?
Well, I think so. I mean, I didn't see any computer, but she was just like, "Oh, I set up another date." There was 3 dates,
and she kept calling them computer dates.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know where she would find these dates, but I mean,
was there such a thing in 71? I know computers existed, but I don't think they existed like that. And the internet wasn't widely available until
I mean, they were rich, so maybe they had some type of technology. I don't know.
That's one of the subplots, and then the other one was between him and his Uncle Victor, who was in the military, and his mom tells him, "Oh, I think you need to go see your Uncle Victor, and he'll straighten you out." And then I didn't notice this until this is the third time I've seen this movie, and I didn't notice that joke, which is pretty funny. She says at the end, she's like, "After all, he was MacArthur's right-hand man," and I was like, "Oh, she's just trying to show off that he was like
someone important,
which I guess he was if he was MacArthur's like right-hand man." But then you cuts to him, and his right arm is missing.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
And then he uses that mechanism to like salute people, and then he says like a bunch of racist things. So this was like, I'm guessing he was talking about the Vietnam War, and he's like, you meet a lot of ladies in the Vietnam, but then he uses like a derogatory term for them. I don't know if you picked it up.
I didn't.
Well, good. Ultimately, he doesn't go to the army. What other things did you find interesting about this movie?
Well, how they met, that was pretty interesting. I would never think in a million years I would find a person or, at a funeral. Well, maybe, but I don't know. I mean, the age gap too. What? How many years was that? Like 40, 50, 60?
60.
60 years difference. What else? The mom. The fact, okay, that too. Like, the mom wanted him to get married.
Okay.
Knowing his problem, disability, I don't know. Like, why would you want your son to get married if you know, like, he's not okay? But then again, maybe because, like, she was getting old or she was just worried overall.
You can genuinely see that she does love her son, and she wants the best for him. But I think also, too, is because they're rich, they're affluent. So I think she was trying to make him somewhat normal so that he doesn't do all those things, like, a lot, maybe. Because he also doesn't have any friends. But the thing is also, too, that I found very interesting, and I think this is just part of the acting, that he genuinely is weird.
Yeah.
Like, he's a weird guy. He stares like he's...
Yeah.
I don't know if it was part of the makeup, but he does put on like a bunch of powder on his face to make him look dead all the time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, like he was like pale white, and then his skin wasn't like that pale. but he genuinely is a weird guy. And I don't even think it was that charming, to be honest. And I say that as someone who is weird and has weird friends, but he's extremely wealthy.
Yeah.
Like really wealthy. Not only can you tell him where they live and their clothes, but he goes out and buys a hearse as his car.
Mm-hmm.
And then his mom tells him, like, that's a terrible car. She buys him a Jaguar, and then he turns that Jaguar into a hearse.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I did find very heartwarming? So he does eventually meet Maude, and she's very eccentric. They form a relationship, and one of the first scenes is she gets into a car.
Oh yeah, the girl kept like stealing.
She kept stealing cars, and we were wondering why.
She's like, I don't believe in driver license. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
We were wondering how she was able to steal the car.
Yeah.
Because I don't think even in this, like the whole thing about leaving the keys in the car.
I never saw like a key.
Never saw a key, never saw her hotwire the car or anything.
No.
So how did she do that?
That was weird.
So they do become friends, and she also likes weird things, but it's not related to death. Hers is more about life. But I feel that she was darker than he was, like deep down inside.
Yeah, in her own way, I guess.
In her own way. And then with the funeral where they actually start talking to each other, she mentions that the man who died was 80. And she says something along the lines of, anything less than 80 is too young, and anything over is, too much. That all comes back at the end. We'll get to that in a bit. I don't know if you got the sense that she was kind of a little bit more morbid and darker than he was, even though she was not showing it like he was.
Yeah, like she was showing it like in a different type of way, because his was like more direct, like let me just die.
Yeah.
And I think there was a scene where they were talking about it, because he was explaining like, oh, like I find interesting like dying or killing myself. And then she starts talking and telling him like, oh, like I know how you feel, blah blah blah. And then he starts crying. That's when I guess they had like their first connection. I was like, oh my gosh.
So that was really interesting, and it kind of made sense. So in that scene, Harold explains why he's fascinated with death. I don't know if you caught that. So when he was a little kid, I'm guessing he was like at a boarding school, because rich people people things. And he was in a chemistry lab, and he decided to clean up. And basically, the chemicals that he mixed caused a huge explosion. And it didn't kill him, but it like basically sent him across the room or something. But it caused a huge explosion in that particular lab. He goes home, just like doesn't talk to anybody. He just literally goes home, goes into his room without his mom knowing. Police come and they tell him that their son is dead. And he sees his mom's reaction, and I think he liked it. Basically, and he says like, at that moment, I knew that I found joy in dying.
I think like he was just like seeking for attention from the mom. Because the mom literally was just there like when he wanted to marry her or give her that gift.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like there was no zero interest of like, oh, okay, like.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
They were planning to eat, but we never saw them eating together.
Yeah.
So, and then the dad died, so there was like a big hole.
Did he say that towards the end? Like, my dad died?
Oh, well, I'm guessing because I never saw him in the picture.
I don't know. But I actually stepped out for the room a little bit, and someone asked him about his dad. Oh, the psychiatrist, I think. And I don't remember what his response was, but it's just him and his mom in this huge house, and they have like help or servants.
That's why you should have more brothers or sisters.
I guess so. But I did get the sense, yes, that him being a rich kid, and he wasn't spoiled, but him being a rich kid.
I'm like, he wasn't spoiled. He got a car.
I guess he was, but not overtly that he was spoiled, but he himself wasn't.
Yeah, spoiled. Like he wasn't asking for all this material stuff.
But he knew that. But he also did all these things, make these elaborate and reenactments of suicide, and sometimes he would like paint blood on the walls and stuff. And it's like, well, do you actually think that he was the one that cleaned it? No, it's probably like the help. So I guess in that sense, he was pretty spoiled. Yeah. And then he ruined the car that his mom got him.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I guess he was spoiled. I guess subconsciously. But I felt like he was doing a lot of these things, yes, because of that sense that he got, that sense of, so to speak, alive from dying. But I think more than two, since he had rich and he had everything handed to him on a silver platter, that he was like, well, I need to find an outlet or something, or I don't know, like cause some sort of chaos, so express myself. I don't know. I don't know. Rich people problems, I guess.
Yeah. I can't relate.
Hey, mom, that you're here. Why couldn't you have been wealthy? Okay, so let's talk about the dates. The different. So he went on 3
Oh.
dates.
Oh,
So his
okay.
mom
Those
did.
dates? Okay. Or
Yeah,
with
his
the
mom
girl.
did set up dates. So the first one, the young girl gets in there to the house. The mom and the young girl that's going to be on the date with Harold, they're talking. And through the window,
Okay,
you
I
see
remember.
Harold, right?
Yeah.
And he waves to her. And you can tell that he actually could put on like the facade of being normal, of being like cordial. Because he like waves and he's like, hey, how's it going? Kind of thing.
That was kind of creepy, but okay. Yeah, keep going.
But you saw that like, and he does it other times where he can fake being cordial, being nice, being, I don't know.
I thought.
I don't want to use the word normal, but yeah, in a sense, being normal.
Yeah. That's the one when he put himself on
Like, he
fire.
lights himself on fire, yeah.
But then in the scene, he comes back in.
Yeah,
Like
so
if it was
it's just
normal.
like, it's just dummy. But he puts it in a way that I think the girl sees it and she like freaks out and she just like leaves.
She runs.
She
right?
runs.
Yeah, that was weird.
So this is going on throughout the whole movie. The third date, the girl comes in and he chops off his hand.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, I would be creeped out too.
You would.
It's like, obviously this person isn't normal.
And the fourth one, which is the funniest one.
The third one.
So the third one, yes. My instinct of that particular one, you can sit down if you want, Tessa. My interpretation of that one was that his mom told the date that he likes to reenact these
does
things.
Make sense.
Because
he
does what is it called? A harakiri, a Japanese like form of suicide to dishonor. And he actually, it's kind of messed up, but he does make a face, like he squints his eyes, like right before he does that. Yeah, he does squint his eyes, and then he starts like
talking Japanese.
Yeah, speaking in Japanese, and then he kills himself apparently. And then he falls on the floor, and then the girl whose name was Sunshine, she's an actress, so she's like, bravo, bravo.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that the mom told him.
Yeah,
beforehand.
that does make sense.
And then
she reenacts the scene again where she tries to kill herself
from Shakespeare.
From Shakespeare.
She's like, I was Juliet in the Sunshine production of whatever.
I cannot.
Yeah. And I didn't understand why the mom said like, what have you done? That was your last date.
Yeah.
Did the mom think that she actually did it or that he did it?
Well, I'm guessing, right? Because she's like, oh, like that was like our last chance, you know? But I thought, I mean, if she was acting and it looked like they clicked,
yeah,
they didn't end up together.
Though. Yeah, that was the thing though. Like she was also very weird. The
girl Sunshine.
She was also eccentric. The
actress.
Yeah. She was kind of weird too, and it's like they were both into acting, so to speak.
But I mean, he was like the only one that looked at her like, okay, this might actually work, because he looked at her like, okay, like I literally just saw what you did to, I guess, impress him, or I don't know, but it didn't work out.
But it worked out more with Maude, and then their little adventures.
I thought we were talking about those dates, their adventures with Maude.
Okay, well, let's talk about the adventures with Maude.
I don't remember the first one.
I don't remember the first one either.
So the first one was when they met at the church in that funeral. She was sitting like way behind. She's like
which, by the way, I hate when people do that to me. And that's a big thing for Mexicans to be like, hey. I'm like, I have a name, bro.
Exactly.
Anyways, side note.
So she gets closer to him because I guess she's sitting a little too far.
She does a grandma thing. She's like, would you like some licorice?
Oh, yeah, the licorice. And he's like, no, thank you. And then she offers, well, they leave. The funeral ends and they leave. And she offers him a ride. She's like, you want me to give you a ride? And he's like, no, thank you. And then on the second, the second funeral, she asks again. She's like, oh, do you want me to give you a ride? And wait, the first card that she steals is the pastor's card?
The priest's card, or pastor.
Okay, so that was, we then again don't know how she was stealing
then
all these cards.
Then she goes, they go to a funeral together, and she steals Harold's car. Without her knowing that it's actually his. She's like,
until the end,
she's like, would you like me to take you home? He's like, oh, this is actually my car.
Is my car. He's like, oh, okay, you could take me home. And that's when they go to her house in a train.
Oh, I didn't notice that. I thought it's by the beach.
It was a train, no?
It's by the beach, though, right? Yeah.
It was like a train wagon thing set up as
she has all these trinkets and all these old items.
It was
stuff like
so weird. Her house was so weird.
It was a very grandma house. It's just full of knickknacks and stuff like that.
I think, like, she was collecting all these stuff that would bring her
joy
and life, because I saw that she was like, oh, they went to some garden or to see the flowers. She's like, I like to see things grow, like how life is or whatever. And then what else they do?
Well, they steal a tree.
Oh my gosh, the tree. That was hilarious. Okay, so they steal somebody else's car. She parks like really wrong, and then the cops go inside the car or like trying to check it out. And then they walk up to this tree that it's like literally dead. And she's like, "Oh, we need to save this tree." And he's like, "Oh, we can't. Like, it's in a public place." And she's like, "Oh, I know, but we'll come back or whatever." And then they notice that the police are like trying to figure out with the car. And what did she say to the cops? Like,
the cop asks her, "Are this your car?" She's like, "No." Is that your tree? No. It's like, that's the funny part. She was like, we would have planted it. This tree needs to go in the ground quickly, but we would have planted it earlier, but we couldn't find a truck.
Oh yeah.
So like they were just trying to find, and they found an El Camino, but she was like, we couldn't find a truck, and you're like, oh, because they were stealing a car.
Yeah.
Essentially, so they couldn't find one.
And then they run away from the police.
Because the cop was like completely dumbfounded by the things that she's telling him, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna have to check this or something like that. And she's like, oh, okay. And then
while you check that, she's like, let me run out.
Later, dude. And then they're like, oh, he's chasing us again. So she stops and then like just basically does donuts around him. And
then they go plant the tree and then come back.
Uh-huh.
And then that's when he's like, okay, get off the car.
Oh yeah, they finally find him again. Or the cop finds them again.
And then they take the motorcycle of the cop with the shovel. They're like, bye.
And then I didn't get the sense. So he tries to shoot them, but the gun doesn't click. Did she steal like the bullets or something?
No, I think he was like measuring like,
because she tried to shoot it, but I don't understand if it like actually.
I didn't really understand that scene, but so all those little adventures that he would have with her, I think that was giving him life, and he's like seeing a perspective of the difference in life, because he was like trying to go everything by the rules, and well, not at home because he was like suicidal.
Yeah, and you do see, and we forgot to mention this too, but you do see that they're both had death experiences, because his was with the chemistry lab. Harold tells her the story about how he almost died. Before that, he tells her one about a relationship that she had when she was younger, and like there was his love, and that's how she started crying.
Oh, I didn't really understand it, but yeah, I remember.
And that's when she chose her that's when she shows him the tattoo.
Oh,
and it's like a serial number.
Oh, yeah.
So it's implied that she was in a concentration camp, and she was able to, I guess, leave us there. So that's why I think that's why she embraces the beauty and the importance of life, so to speak. But at the same time, she knows that it's something finite, and she wanted to leave it on her own terms. And I think that maybe that's why, because being in the concentration camp, her death wouldn't be on her own terms.
Correct.
Most people don't get that, I guess, luxury, that ability. No, not luxury, but that choice.
Yeah.
Of death being on your own terms. And I guess for her it was. Maybe that's why she decided to
leave.
Yeah. And so I think it might have been the second or the third date that he had with the younger girls. Her mom finally says, I've talked to your uncle. You're going to go in the army, and you're going to be enlisted. Not only be enlisted in the army, but you're going to be on the front lines. You're going to actually be in combat. So he agrees. He goes with his uncle. And it's funny that's another thing that he starts acting again. Like he's like, oh yeah, like really into it.
Yeah.
And then his uncle's like, you'll have chauffeurs, you'll have all the money. And he's like, oh yeah. And he's like,
blah, blah,
and then
blah.
I think at some point his uncle says like, they're gonna train you how to be like to kill, or like a soldier, and he's like, and he gets all excited about like the killing part of it.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, and he's just like starts saying all these things like, am I gonna be able to train in hand-to-hand combat? Am I gonna be able to taste the blood of my enemies in my mouth? And his uncle keeps going, and you kind of slowly see like eventually his uncle's like, hey,
okay, you're getting carried away there, sir.
relax. And he's like, will I get one of these? And he has one of those shrunken heads.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
And that's when his uncle's like, Harold, this is a little much. And then you're like, what's going on? But then you realize that he's doing that just to get out of going to the army. Because then Maude is there, remember?
That was Maude?
That was Maude.
That went inside?
Yeah. So they planned the whole thing.
Oh, my God.
So they were by the beach, I think. Yeah, they were by the beach. And so when he's having this moment of just pure joy of the thought of being able to like kill another human being without remorse, without any consequences, there's an older lady dressed in all black, which Maude never dresses in black because she doesn't like that color. Basically protesting the war. And then Harold goes up to her and starts calling her like, "You call me, you." And then the Uncle Victor is like, "Harold, please come down. This is unnecessary." And then basically like Harold and Maude fight.
He's like, "I'm gonna kill you," because she took the head.
And he's like, "No, I'm gonna kill you." And then she falls in a hole that's like I guess like a pier or something by the beach. And then his uncle's like, "Harold, what have you done?" So that's the second time that he's been accused of killing somebody else.
Oh, that's true.
And then it cuts to them like at a picnic or something.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So Harold, they planned this out so it would look like Harold's insane, basically.
Because Harold told the girl, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to go to the army." He's like, "If I don't go, I'm gonna go to jail." And I guess they were like planning it.
Oh, and then she's like, "Well, at least you'd be in good company in jail." I'm like, "What does she mean?"
She has been in jail, so she would know.
That is true. I was thinking maybe she meant like civil rights leaders or like something like that have been in jail. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So then it is her birthday.
Oh my gosh. So I didn't understand that until the end. Well, because she says that in the beginning. She's like, on Saturday,
it's my birthday.
It's my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So this whole movie is like in 7 days?
Basically, I think. Yeah. Like a week.
So
a whirlwind romance.
But before that, Harold goes talk to the mom. He's like, "Oh, I'm going to get married." And the mom doesn't believe him. And she shows her a picture, I think. But was it a picture of her or not? Yeah. Because it had a sunflower in the back. And she's like, "A plant, a flower," or something like that. Uh-huh. And then he turns it. And then he's like, "No, like it's her." And then the mom's like, "Are you serious?" And he just walks away.
Yeah, I don't think the mom believes him.
And then he's like all in love, I guess. He's like, "Oh, you want to get married, blah, blah, blah." And then, so she's like, "Oh, what did she say?" She's like, "At midnight, I'll be gone." No. Oh, he throws a surprise.
He throws a surprise party for her. And she's like, "It's perfect. Right. This is the the most beautiful farewell," which, by the way, they do consummate their relationship beforehand. But she does say like, "Oh, this is a perfect farewell." Yeah. And he's like, "Farewell for what?" Or like, "Farewell."
Like, "I took the tablets.
An hour ago, I'll be gone by midnight."
Yeah.
And he's like,
"No."
So she takes, I guess, like some cyanide tablets or some suicide pills or something like that.
This is the only scene where I see him crying.
Well, like, he did cry when he was telling the story of when he was a little kid and he almost died.
Well, that one. The second time, true.
The second time. And then she...
but like you would think he would never find love.
So there's a point where he gives her the ring, I guess, like her
it was the ring? When he was like in the little machine thingy?
Yeah, it was a ring. Or something.
Yes, I think it was a note that said, "I love you."
It said, "Harold loves Maude."
Yeah.
And then she tells him, "Oh, that's so sweet. Maude loves Harold too."
And then she throws it.
She's like, "At least I'll always know where it is." But then in the when they were in the ambulance on the way to the hospital, he tells her like, "You can't do this. I love you." And she's like, "Oh, that's so sweet." And I'm like, "I thought you loved him. Why didn't you just like say it back too?" But then she says, "Go and give your love, spread your love, or give your love to other
keep
people.
Keep loving
or something like that." And then that's the last we see of her, and she dies.
We think she dies.
Well, yeah, because there's a lot of scenes where I really enjoyed that things aren't said to you specifically; they're implied. Mm-hmm. So one of them is that scene where she dies. The doctor just comes in, and it's Cat Williams. Not hey Pimpin. It's Cat Williams. I'm up in here in this podcast. No, not Cat Williams. Cat Stevens' music is playing in the background, and you just see the doctor come up to Harold and tell him something, and then Harold starts like crying uncontrollably. So it's like, okay, he told her that she died.
And then he drives crazy.
Then he drives his Jaguar hearse off a cliff, and then he plays his banjo, and then that's the end of the movie.
Yep, the end.
But this movie, it still holds up. It's from the 1970s, and we've seen older movies that you're like, but this one still holds up. I think it's still really good. I think it's a movie that, yes, it deals with some very heavy subjects, but you can still find the comedy in it. And I do think that their romance was kind of genuine.
It was. I mean, it low-key, like, that's what happens, like, nowadays, because there's a lot of mental health, So...
Hey, everybody, what's that expression?
Go watch it, guys.
There's the There's someone for everybody, I guess.
Yeah.
And I guess that was his.
But do you think like Harold, like later on in life, or I don't know, met somebody else or not, or
That
he would
is
like
interesting.
try to
You know what?
go back to killing himself?
Yeah, I think, and that's kind of a cruel cycle. I think that he's gonna turn into Maude,
Right? It would be, yeah.
and then he'll find that, and that's even worse. He'll find somebody who's in his he's in his 80s, a young
Girl.
pretty little thing that's in her teens, late teens, early 20s, and then just repeat the cycle over again.
The dream for every guy.
And if you want to sing out, sing out. Yeah,
I like that
think
song,
I think that's what
actually.
Cat Stevens. You said
Cat
that song.
Stevens.
Yeah, I do think that's what that would happen.
Right?
You know what I was thinking about too? I was like, oh, could it, like, this movie would be good for a remake, like, now, because it's not that popular.
True. Well, they are bringing like a lot of artists back, movies back.
Yeah,
from like years
and
ago.
I think like, but the thing is though, they're doing a lot of remakes. I find like, I know people hate remakes. I don't mind them so much because it's like, well, I don't have to watch it, but they're doing a lot of like popular ones. But this one is more of a cult classic. Like, a lot of people don't know about this movie.
Yeah,
And the way I
I've never
found
heard
out about it was with a cousin of mine, who she was the one that showed me the movie. And a lot of movies that are really morbid, i.e. was or sad, was Max and Mary was another one that she showed me. Eternal Sunshine. This one was the one she showed me. So that her personality kind of does. Like, when I told my mom, like, she was the one that showed me this movie, she was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. She's like, yeah, that checks out. I'm like, yeah. But she had really good taste in like these indie movies. But I do think that this would serve as a remake. Like, who do you think could play the young guy? You mentioned somebody that he did look like somebody.
Oh, I don't know his name. What is it? Okay, he reminds me of the guy from Bates Motel, which
Freddie
is
Highmore.
There you go.
He's also in The Good Doctor.
Yeah. He looks a lot like him, like the younger self a little.
Yeah, but I think he would be too old at this point, because I think he's like in his mid-30s.
Yeah.
So it'd have to be a teenager, maybe a young Tom Holland,
Maybe.
and then Helen Mirren,
Maybe.
which you don't know the name, but you've seen her in movies because that's my dad's coffee, by the way.
He's okay.
She's come out in the Fast and Furious movies.
Oh yeah.
She's Shaw, the British guy's mom, Queenie.
Maybe.
Which, by the way, you were the one that dragged me to those terrible movies.
But
all right, so final thoughts on this movie.
You guys should watch it. Like, if you guys are listening, it's a good movie. Where did we watch it?
It's on Amazon.
Oh, on Amazon.
I wonder if you can hear my dad sneeze. He's allergic to like dairy products, and this is what happens when he drinks milk.
Oh. But yeah, guys, I mean, it was good. How much would you rate it?
I would rate it 5 out of 5.
5.
4.5 out of 5.
I mean, you watched it several times already.
I have watched it several times. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it thoroughly. Right. So,
but the last time you saw it was like what, 10 years ago?
The last time I saw it was 2 days ago.
2 days ago. Okay.
Well, we were gonna do this, but because I always like to watch it beforehand.
I would give it, I think, a solid 7, 8, maybe.
Out of 10.
Out of 10.
Alrighty. Thank you so much, Zuly, for doing this. I know you were a little scared, but you did really well.
Oh, thank you guys. I hope you guys
enjoy. And I'm sure
enjoy.
you can like hear her like California accent or whatever, dog.
Hold on, let me take out my hoops.
You know who has? I mean, I say that as somebody who's been told they have an accent, California accent, but you know who has a really strong one?
So
which is really weird because I mean she is 100% Mexican, but she's blonde hair, blue eyed.
I didn't know there was such a thing until somebody from another state told us to, and we were walking this brother to the car, and he's like, "Are you guys?" He was Nigerian, and he's like, "Are you guys from California?" And we're like, "Yes." And he's like, "Oh, I could tell because of your accent." And we're like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, you guys have a California accent." I'm like, "What? Is there such a thing?"
Yeah, there is. Don't worry, homie. That's the same thing. And I think I bring this up on every single episode.
I think so.
Yeah, that is something that I'm having to deal with as someone who lives in Tennessee now.
You still have the California accent?
Apparently, I do. I mean, I wasn't born here, so I don't. Maybe I just adopted it.
Maybe.
But you were born in it, not me.
I wasn't born.
Yeah, well, you were here when you were a baby, right?
Yeah, true.
Be careful, guys. She might get deported. All right.
So you guys better watch this. So I can say like I was on podcast and they love me.
Yeah. You guys need to make her famous on the podcast. Be like, she's a member of society that
They need me.
they need you here. All right, guys.
Oh my gosh.
All right, thank you, Zuly.
All right, guys. It was nice talking to you all. Thanks for listening. And you guys should be watching sooner. If not, subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Like and
Oh,
subscribe.
also too, shout out Zuly. Before we go, she is also a tax professional. So if you need your taxes done, by this point it will be March by the time this episode releases.
Lord.
So you need to
I hope everybody did their taxes before. If not, still come through. We got people.
Call Zuly Cristino at 1-800-I-do-your-taxes, Cristino.com.
Yep.
All right, bye.
Bye, guys.